What's happening, guys? Today's video is going to be a little bit different. Now, you guys are used to seeing me work out in every single video, but today I'm going to just have this video with me talking to you guys like you guys are right next to me, just because lately I've been having to concentrate on making my workouts really intense. And when you're carrying a camera around in the gym and you're trying to focus on what angle you're trying to get next, it kind of takes away from the intensity, especially when you're trying to do supersets and things of that nature. So I decided not to bring the camera with me today when I headed to the gym. And now it's just me and you guys talking. So a question that I get all the time, a frequent question that I get is about training splits and how can I, change my training split in order to maximize my gains, or what training split am I using in order to get better each and every single day. So let's talk about my training split. So my training split has changed over the last couple of months as my goals have changed. As you guys know, I used to powerlift, or I still powerlift. I used to be a powerlifter. I'm a powerlifter, okay? I hate thinking about it, but I'm a powerlifter and my goals were different. So I used to train differently whenever I was prepping for a powerlifting meet or trying to get stronger on my 3 core lifts, bench, squat, and deadlift. But my goals have changed. I'm now prepping for a bodybuilding show, so my training split has changed a little bit to fit the goals that I have now. So let's talk about my current training split, like I said earlier. So my training split is Monday, we do chest and tricep. Tuesday is back and bicep. Wednesday is a leg day. Thursday is a rest day. Friday is arms, triceps, and shoulders. Saturday is chest and back, and Sunday is a optional leg day or another rest day. So that's 2 days out of the week that I'm possibly resting, and then 5 days that I am working out. Now, 5 days a week might be a little bit too much for other people. Some people do 4 days, some people do 3 days. I know most powerlifters, they do 3 days a week, like they only work out 3 days out of the week and the other 4 days are used for resting. Me personally, I think that's too much time away from the gym. I need to stimulate my muscle. Like, going to the gym is the highlight of my day. So it all depends on your goals and what you like to do when you train. So I want to go back and discuss my power building split and really dissect it in terms of how I'm training when I'm doing a power building split. And a power building split is just combining powerlifting and bodybuilding. So this is my favorite split. This is the split when I'm happiest at because it is performance based and it's mixed in with bodybuilding as well. Whenever I'm power building, I focus on a compound lift for that specific workout. So for example, let's say I'm working out chest. Now, if I'm working out chest, the compound movement for that day is going to be bench press, and it's going to be pretty heavy. So for the first portion of the workout, I'm going to be lifting like a power lifter. Now, I get my sets out, and normal powerlifters will leave the gym. They might do a couple accessory lifts and do maybe like a couple tricep extensions and a couple other things, and then leave the gym. Me, I go and I act like I didn't even do a workout. Then I move on to a whole bodybuilding split for chest and tricep, and that's the way I go about my power building stuff. And another example would be, let's say I'm working legs. A compound lift for legs would be either my deadlift or my squat. Now, the rep ranges for these movements and these workouts are going to be, my powerlifting workouts that is going to be like 5x5s, 5x3s, 3x3s, 3x1s, 5x1s, things like that. And that's going to be my powerlifting workout. Now, once again, most powerlifters will leave the gym and call that a workout. But me, I act like I did not do that powerlifting workout, and then I move on to a bodybuilding workout. So then after the heavy compound lifts for my legs, I'm going to act like I'm a bodybuilder now. I'm going to do high volume. So when I say high volume, I mean I'm doing like 5 sets of 8, 5 sets of 12, things like that. 4 sets of 12, higher volume. Anything above 5 reps, 5 to 7 reps. So that is my power building split. Now the split that I'm doing right now is a little bit different. Everything is high volume. I know I said earlier I'm going to try to implement my powerlifting back into it, but it's just become too much. I don't have as much energy as I normally do just because I'm not consuming as much energy as I would like to. So I don't have that much to put into the gym. So I have to rely on just doing high reps. And I can't really go as heavy as I would like to because I don't want to injure myself. If I injure myself, then I won't be able to get the most out of my muscle whenever it's time to work out. Now, I'm a big fan of high frequency, meaning I like to train body parts maybe 2 to 3 times a week. In terms of, it really depends on what I'm lacking. So right now, I say I'm lacking shoulders. I'm going to implement shoulders 3 days out of the week that I'm training. So 3 days out of the week, I'm going to be training shoulders. So you have to be able to customize and adjust your split. Let's say you have a lagging body part, you have to add in another portion. You have to add in another workout for that for that body part, right? So let's say I'm lacking shoulders, right? So chest day is Monday, so I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of shoulders. Then when it comes arm day again, I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of shoulders. Chest and back day, I'm gonna sprinkle in a little bit of shoulders. You have to make sure that you're paying attention to your shoulders and working out I have to pay attention to my shoulders and make sure I get the amount of frequency I need in order to grow them. Like I said earlier, guys, whenever I wanted to develop my arms and get bigger arms, I worked out my arms 3 days a week. 3 days a week. So it all depends on you guys. There is no special split that's gonna give you the max amount of gains, you know? It's all about what you believe in and what you can dedicate yourself to. And you have to realize that everyone's split is gonna be just a little bit different. Just a little bit different. You might have a push-pull and leg day guy, but he might adjust that split to fit what he wants, you know? Like, for me, I can't lift as heavy as I would want to because my split is different. I choose to work out early in the morning. I count all these things whenever I make a split. I work out really early in the morning, like around 9 o'clock now. So when you wake up that early to when you work out that early, you're not gonna be as strong as you would be if you had a full meal inside of you and then you went to go work out. So I have to notice that, I have to train accordingly. I'm not gonna be lifting as much as I possibly could, so I have to pull back and do a lot more reps. And that's me on my bodybuilding prep, and that's me adjusting my split when it comes to bodybuilding. Now, your split is gonna be completely different from my split. Let's say you work out a little bit later in the day, you have food inside of you, you have energy, you have more energy to give. So you're able to lift heavier, meaning your reps might go down, but your weight might be higher, versus me, whose weight is lower, but reps are higher. You know what I'm saying? So it just all depends on what time of the day you work out, how much you're eating, you know, what are your weaknesses, what body parts do you want to bring up, how stronger do you want to get. There's just so many different variables that comes to building a great split. And a great split, once again, is subjective to the person. My great split might be terrible for somebody else because someone else might already have developed shoulders and it might be a powerlifter, so their split's gonna look completely different versus my split. And that's what you gotta find. You gotta find your perfect split. So, you know, that's my split. Once again, I'm gonna go over it again. The split that I'm on right now is chest and tri Monday, back and bi Tuesday, legs Wednesday, Thursday is a rest day, Friday is arms, biceps, triceps, and shoulders. Friday is chest and back, and then Sunday is an optional rest day or legs. So just like, there's so many different splits, guys. There's so many different splits. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys learned something. Once again, there is no perfect split. Find what works for you. And if you wanna try and customize your split, think about all the variables that come with the split. How much you're eating, when you're training, what are your goals? Are you a powerlifter? Are you a bodybuilder? Do you want to get stronger? Or do you have lacking body parts that you want to bring up? Bring all these factors together and you'll be able to create a split, a customized split that's perfect for you guys. So don't look at my split and say, that's the split I need in order to get big. Like my split works for me. It might not work for the next guy. So you need to make sure your split works for you. I want to try to be able to do some of these, at least maybe 2 of these a week, because there's going to be some days I just want to go inside the gym and lift with high intensity, and it's really tough to do that with a camera and like setting up a camera and a tripod. So I'm gonna try to make concept videos where I talk about a specific topic and I'm just chilling here and letting you guys know my thoughts on whatever topic you guys want me to talk about. So this video is coming to an end, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like always, if you guys like this video, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Get better today. I'm out.